All right. Shabbat Shalom. This is Jim Matthews at a Saint for another Shabbat lesson. As always, more praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh. Double honor to the elders, apostles, peace and salutations once again to the hopeful elect. All right, and to the sincere. And this is going to be a lesson on pretty much having growth, pretty much maturity in the truth, man, and learning to actually abound and going glory to glory. This is what it's about. You as a man waking up to Yahweh Shem Shai and actually elevating yourself within the knowledge of the word. All right, entertaining yourself in the knowledge of the word too. All right, because even making that transition from the world to the truth, you have to learn to grow and shed off a lot of the things that you once weighed down with the ways of the world. All right, the conversation of the world and things of that nature has to be shedded off you, man. All right, and you should be constantly over and over again. You know, we're gonna get straight into the lesson. The first one I want you to get out is Proverbs 99, 9 and 9.
Con, I got it. This is Proverbs 9, verse 9. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will yet be wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning.
Yeah. And that's one thing it's about, increasing in learning, increasing in responsibility, all right, increasing in your character and integrity, man. So these are the things, these are the different traits that we once possessed being in the world, man. You know, brothers wasn't actually to the point of being responsible. You learn in the truth, you learn to grow to be more responsible and to have more discernment and you have a better outlook on things in life and conversation and indeed your behavior starts to change. You know, these are the traits. You know, in order to make it a well grounded man in the Lord, man. You got to look forward to doing these things too, not just talking about them. It had to be done in deed, man. All right. You want to say something? You know, give me Proverbs 16:21 and read down to 24.
This is Proverbs 16 and 21. The wise in heart shall be called prudent, and the sweetness of the lips increaseth learning.
One more time, they had messed up.
This is Proverbs 16 and 21. The wise in heart shall be called prudent, and the sweetness of the lips increaseth learning.
The sweetness of the lips increaseth learning. And what is one of the common factors of the sweetness on your lips? This word, man. Going into Ezekiel, I believe the 3rd chapter, man. So how this word, get it real fast, huh? Get it.
What Ezekiel?
In Ezekiel, when it says sweet in my mouth, my belly.
Or it was in my mother's belly. Okay.
At the end of 2 going into 3.
I got it.
All right.
This is Ezekiel 3, and I'll start at 2. It says, so I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Right. Then did I eat it.
Read it one more time for me, Baba Gashad.
It says, and he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee.
And this roll represents these scriptures, all right? This is the roll. You know, once we come to the word, we have to learn to eat. All right? We have to learn to eat this, not literally, eat this knowledge and wisdom of these scriptures, man. And digest it. That they be on not just this belly, but this belly up here, because your actual mind, your mouth is represented as a belly too. That's where you hold the knowledge of this word, which is represented as, sometimes in the scripture is represented as food, man. Milk, honey, water, bread, meat, on and on and on, you know.
Wine.
That's another one. Good. That's another one. Not kind.
Did you say oil?
Yeah, I said the oil. Keep going out.
It says, then did I eat, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness.
There you go. Now go back. Hold that point. Hold that point, Kayat. Now bring that one out again. It's in my mouth sweetness. Now bring that one you out again at 16.
I also got one to back you up too.
All right.
This is Proverbs 16:21. The wise in heart shall be called prudent, and the sweetness of the lips increaseth learning.
The sweetness of the lip increases learning, meaning the scriptures increase learning. And when you increase, you started growing. You're not stagnant. You're not sitting dormant, man. All right? It should become a point where you're retaining knowledge, right? You're retaining the law, statutes, commandments. You're retaining breakdowns, understanding. You're retaining information on being more discernment, having more discernment, right? Being more spiritual, man. These things have to be held in your belly, man. All right, in your mind. You have to hold on to. You can't be given wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and breakdowns to you, or whatever it may be, and then a week later you're totally forgetful of all this. You can't retain it. Years go by, you still can't retain scriptures at all, man. Something's wrong there. You know, it's a problem. Now go back to that with Ezekiel. I can read it again until you're done. Yeah.
Oh, this Ezekiel 3:3. That was 3, huh? Sure. Yeah, this Ezekiel 3:3. Salak, go ahead. I had turned off real quick.
Yeah, that's the last.
Yeah, that's the last one I read. Yeah, 3:3. This Ezekiel 3:3. And he said unto me, son of man, cause thy belly to eat and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness.
And it was good, because we know that honey is good, man. These scriptures are good too, all right? But then there becomes, in the process of growing in this word, somewhere, somehow, in a process of time, this word also has a bitter part of it too, man. You start to actually experience the valleys of this word, meaning the low part of the word, where you catch hell, man. Things start to happen. All right, things in your personal life start to change, and it brings a time where it tries to hinder you in the word, man. All right, family, losing family members, losing brethren in the word, falling off. You know, these things start to happen to actually tempt you or to challenge you, you know. But through that process, through the good and bad of those things, you learn to actually grow and gain experience how not to do something and how to apply yourself doing something, man. It just is what it is. Now, give me your precept, Bach. You can break it down. I think Raya had a precept.
Yeah, I got one too.
Oh no, I'm good. You can go, Kaya.
Yeah, well, go ahead then, Kaya. You can break it down.
This is Proverbs 27:7. You know, you mentioned also growth with the honey. It says, the full soul loathed it and honeycomb, but to the hungry soul, every bit of thing is sweet.
Right. One more time. You break it down?
Right. Oh, Salaki. This Proverbs 27:7. The full soul loathed it and honeycomb, but to the hungry soul, every bit of thing is sweet. Because as you're growing, the more and more you intaking and getting is increasing you. It's sweet to you. The honey is sweet, but a full soul, one who's not hungry or lack thereof, all right, or lackadaisical, one who is slothful, he what? He loafed in a honeycomb, meaning, you know, one day he'll hear this and then he'll what? He will miss with it. It'll go, you know, he wouldn't keep it or put it on the tablets or his heart. He wouldn't store it down anywhere. He'll loaf it. When you loaf something, what you do is you take it in vain.
Yeah, you throw it behind you.
Yeah, you throw it behind you. It said a wise man When he heard a word, he added to it. But a fool, he heard a good word and throw it behind him. I paraphrase that in our own Sirach. Matter of fact, I could get that.
Busters on the comment board. I'm gonna get.
Go ahead. Let me get that real quick. What I was about to add.
The first one is the brother Amawad and Shalom. Yahweh Shah Barak Thumb to you, brothers and sisters on the comment board.
Yes, Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom. And this particular precept is coming from the brother Amawad. He got Job 34:33. For the ears tried words, as the mouth tasted meat.
Yep.
Let us choose to us judgment. Let us know among ourselves what is good. Let's see.
If I could add on that,
yeah.
He said a mouth tastes words as the mouth tries its meat. So even that which is milk, the more milk you go, all right, the more your mind start to what? Develop from it, man. And the same thing as words. All right. The things that you hear is what entitles you to grow. But now, if you hear the wrong things, you'll stay what? Stagnant on a little level. That's why it's levels to understanding. Even in school, you got pre-K, 3rd grade, 6th grade, and as you increase, the word get what? Far as your level as you go. Every grade, you're expected to intake the knowledge in order to grow thereby, man. It's the same thing with the truth. You got to
you learn, like you said, when you hear certain things or certain things that are not right, you learn to discern them both. And that happens through judgment, because you came in, you ain't know proper judgment or proper having spirituality, being spiritual about certain things. When you come to the word, you do. I got 2 of them real fast.
Yeah, I got that too.
And I'm gonna jump back to the comment board too. I'm gonna knock them out because they got some head busters on that. This 1 Corinthians 13:11, it says, when I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, and I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things, man. You know, that growth process, you know. All right, the second one is 1 Corinthians 14:20. It says, be not children in understanding,
but be men.
In malice, be ye children, but in understanding, be men.
Yep.
Right.
Be developed.
Yeah.
Full age. Meaning as you retaining the understanding, you gotta become a full age. Because you, like the brother said, you can't keep, and there's things we forget precepts, but we refresh. We don't really forget them. They just kind of go and come and go as a cycle, you know, until, you know, something gets said and we'll refresh it or remember it. But the main thing is that it's inside of us and it can be tapped into. But when you don't store it in, it's not going to be tapped into. It's not really in your heart. All right. It's not on the tables of your heart. So you can't tap into it. Now, when you forget something, it's no longer there. But when you store something, it's there. It has to just be found, man. All right. Basically bought back through.
Right. Back to the comment board, the brother call y'all. I bet if I said the brother, I'd be messing the brother name up, man. Kayal. Ecclesiastes 1:18. In much wisdom is much grief. He that increased knowledge increases sorrows. You got another one. Ecclesiastes 7. Surely oppression making the wise man mad, and they get destroyed the heart. And the brother Kabar has which is a good one. Wisdom of Solomon 16:26. That ye children, O Lord, whom thou lovest, might know that it is not the growing of fruit that nourish man, but that it is thy word.
Yeah.
This is how you grow. This is how you learn to develop. You learn to when you're a baby, you drink milk to develop out of the stage of being a baby. You start to get solid and whole foods, man. And then you learn to what's the development of that? You start to get teeth, and you start to learn your ABCs and learning how to walk and things like that, man. And from there you become a man, Same thing in this word. And it doesn't matter how old you are in this word. You could be a man that's 45 years old and you just heard the word of the Lord, you believe. You come out to the camp, you get in one of these camps, You a baby, man. It don't matter about how years. It don't matter on years of the world or years, actual years of your age. It matters based on the time you came in, and through the basically the development or the process of time in the word, you learn to grow. Because we always, once we came in the word, we were rough around the edges. You had brothers from the hood, had brothers with wacky, rough understanding of things, but you learn to actually mold those things into being spiritual, man. All right, you learn to have growth. All right, let me see if there's another one.
I got a precept too.
Yeah, I got what I was holding.
Go ahead with your precept. I'm gonna get back on it. You got it out.
You said you were going through one, Kaya?
Yeah. That's the one I was holding. We passed up and I got one, but I'm gonna get that one after you get yours. This is Sirach 20, 21 and 15. If a skillful man hear a wise word, he will commend it and add unto it. But as soon as one of no understanding heareth it, it displeaseth him, and he casteth it behind his back. Which adding unto something is growing of it. All right. Anything you add to something, it has grown or developed, man. All right. But it have to come by the way of the word. The word got to measure its width and height to what? In order to enable it to grow thereby, man. That's why this word teaches you to become a full age or regress. Because there got men that actually regress in the word of the Lord, which they heard it and they got it, but it didn't fall on stony ground. It fell on stony ground, which it was choked. All right, the cares of the world or particular things tugged at it, and they got pulled away by it, man, to where it couldn't grow. You got it, Dwight.
Yeah.
You got your precept out?
Yeah,
go ahead.
This is Proverbs.
Real quick, Kaya, give me Psalms 1 and 1, 3.
All right.
This is Proverbs 1. I'm going to start at verse 5. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels, to understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings.
No.
So it says a wise man will hear and will increase in learning. Hey, growing spiritually. You hear one thing, you inquire more about it, you add that to your repertoire, and you keep building up, skillfully building yourself up more and more in this truth, going from the milk to the meat. And you make that meat real savory, the more you know how to season it with the things you learn.
That's right. Hey, the word growth in the online etymology is the progression from simpler to more complex forms. Meaning what? Getting the milk to the meat. Yeah, I got one. Yep, I got one in Hebrews after you.
That's how we grow. We were simple in the world, but once you gain experience and time to shoot your mind gets more complex, because these breakdowns and dark sayings of these scriptures are complex. They can't deal with us, man. You know?
Yeah.
It can't the people in the world can't deal with us when it comes to these scriptures, man. These dark sayings of the Lord, man. Like, we on a whole other level. You know, these scriptures, all right, this comforter has you on a whole other level, a whole other vibration than people in the world, man. In the people in the world, like I say, they are far from the understanding of these scriptures, man. All right, there's no growth about them. They are stagnant and dead, man. All right, I have a quick one. This is Ephesians 4:15. But speaking the truth in love may grow up unto him in all things, which is the head, even Hamashiach, for whom the whole body fitted, joined together and compact by that which is every joint supplied according to the effectual working in the measure of every part, making increase of the body unto the edification of itself in love. You know,
Yep. Coming full circle. Coming full circle. Anything has thought to here, it has to become a full circle. Like you say, we're really running in a circle. Like we're actually getting everything and that we once knew or been educated about and coming back to it. That's why he said he like his judgment to a rank. Yeah, you got it.
The Lord also said, did not the Lord also say, did you not do this? I'm gonna bring this forth to your remembrance. No, you don't do this. It's coming full circle, you know.
Yeah, you coming full circle. This that songs for you. I got the songs for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Psalms 1 and 1.
Yeah, go ahead.
This Psalms 1 and 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standing in the way of sinners, nor sitting in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of Yahweh, and in his law do he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth his fruit in his season.
Right. It
his
says,
leaf.
It said he's like a tree planted by a river, right? And you gotta have this in mind. That tree is planted by an actual river that's flowing right next to. He has all the nourishment and all the things that he needs to actually grow. It become a full-blown tree, man. You're not placed away from the water. You're actually right by the water, man. Read it again, huh?
It says, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper.
Yeah, man.
I got one.
I got one too.
Yeah, and hold on deck, Raya, first Colossians 1 and 8 and down to 10.
I got it.
Bring out your precept.
This Hebrews 5 and 12. For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which is the first principles of the oracles of Yahweh, and are become such as need of milk and not of strong meat.
Right.
For everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. So while you're unskillful, you have to get skilled. All right. Wisdom rain down skill. So as you get more skill, that's why they call when you enter into the league, if anything know about football, you be what? First you be a rookie, then you become a veteran over time. And then you get what? You get better at the schematics of things, on how to take angles, how to use blocks, all right, how to cover ground better, all right, because you start to what? You start to retain the knowledge and what you're doing. It's nothing different, even at work. When you first come to work, you're a novice. So when men enter into the truth, they're novices. They like, just bumping their head, scratching their feet. Then they understand the science of the work, or the way that you have to basically learn and develop while you're working, and then you become what? Good at the job, man. You see? Right. Until what? You become a professional. Some men become better than the person that created the job. He be David said, I learned more than my elders, more than the ancient that was before me. You see? It says, but strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, meaning to them that have grown in the truth. Meat and milk is two different things, man. All right? One is thicker than the other. One is harder to be swallowed than the other. One is easier to be swallowed.
Yep. One of them is harder to digest, man.
One of them is harder to digest. Meaning, if you're not ready to chew it, you got to really chew that, all right, until you sever it down, and then you're able to swallow it. But milk, you can just take straight in. That's why brothers start off with the easier things, where you're just reverting from the world, coming over, because it'll detour you out the faith. You will hear something like Yahweh shall say, eat of my flesh and drink of my blood. Everybody was looking like, ain't no way this man is the son of God saying this, man. But that was meat to them who couldn't digest it, man, and understand really what it was. You see?
Yeah. Another point of being meat, because I remember back in the day, we was real hesitant of teaching Jake the church, man. The Jake will bug out. You Jake hear about church, Jake the bug out. That was a lot of meat for Jake back then, man. But now you kind of like, because we're in the process of, it's been the end times. You don't care about, you got to give Jake the full dose. You know, it's on him if he can take it out. You know what I'm saying? But back then, that was a considered meat. You know.
Yeah. Quick understanding. He said, "I will make them of a quick understanding," meaning the ones that come in later, he gonna what? He's gonna speed their understanding up, man. That's why you see men coming in kind of already on a level somewhat, man. You know, that's not the bragging them. That's just what the Lord gave to them of their portion. And then you have men who had to toil in the truth, who came from scratch with nothing to lead those men who coming in. So that's just where the Lord wanted to build his house up that way. Men who had to write everything down. Go ahead.
Read books.
Read books. Yeah.
Read fucking books this thick in the library, man. They wouldn't know like that, man. And I got a fire one for you. I got a fire one from you, but I'm a wide. Backing up what you're saying. Sirach 24:31. I say, I will water my best garden, and I will water abundantly my garden's bed. And lo, my brook became a river, and my river became a sea.
Became a stream. Right? He said, in that garden bed is the elect.
He said, my brook became a river, and my river became a sea.
A sea, right. And that water bed that he's talking about, that's the elect. Meaning they came into the truth, men toiled in the truth, and they start to what? They start to grow, man. And the more, that means his knowledge became abounded like a river. Because when that tree got by that river, all it could do is flourish. It can't do nothing but grow upward, man. All right? And don't plateau. That means when you plateau, you top out, man. So if you're topping out in the truth, you got to have room to keep constantly growing. Whether if it be slow or fast, you got to steadily grow. You can't just be stagnant on a level or feel comfortable at a stage, man.
Hey, Kabar had one. Kabar had one for you. And we're going to get back to the original parts of the lesson, too. This is Wisdom of Solomon 4:13 for you, Kaya. It was he being made perfect in a short time, fulfilled a long time.
Fulfilled a long time. And the person that's being made perfect is the what? Is the complete. And Job 37, I believe is Job. Psalms 37, it says, mark the perfect man, for the end of that man is peace. You see? But marking is copying them down. All right. And it says, he that fulfilled a short time. The prophets are the men that came in a short time and spoke of the word of the Lord and became complete in the word of the Lord, that they may, usher in that which is to come, which is eternity, man. That's why he say he fulfilled a long time, because the men who became wise in the time that the Lord opened this truth or opened their understanding up, was able to usher in the kingdom of eternity, man, and immortality. All right. And the ones that was made complete are the prophets, man. All right. Starting with the 144,000 men. Go on, Kabal. That's one of my favorites.
Go to that Colossians 1:8.
All right. I got a little more in this. It says, but strong meat belonging to them, Hebrews 5:14, that are full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil, man. That's a man who became complete. That go with it too. When you're able to exercise both good and evil, that makes you a judge now, man. You're a God in a sense. You're a son of the Lord. Once you learn that you have conquered good and evil, man, that's a God. You're in a God-like state. Because a man who is godly know how to judge it, both righteousness and wickedness, man. Being able to endure, you got to do it.
Right. You got it out?
Con. You want me to bring out the one I had afterwards?
Bring out yours right now, then I'm gonna go after that.
Con. It's a quick verse, and it kind of goes into what Kaya just said, having the knowledge of good and evil and knowing how to discern and judge things perfectly, which comes with growth and seasoning your spiritual meats in this truth. This is Proverbs 14, verse 15. The simple believeth every word. Someone who hasn't grown, someone who's stagnated and actually regressing in the truth. You're not You're not drinking this water. You're vomiting it back up, and you're just not retaining everything. So you're like that fool whose eyes are in the world. You're not taking heed to the word. And whenever something comes, something shiny, so to speak, it quickly takes you right back into the world and out of the truth. But as it says, but the prudent man looketh well to his doing. And when you go into the Strong's for that word prudent, it says cunning or crafty. And and those definitions are, if you look at the definitions for them in the dictionary, they may seem negative, but there's a righteous cunning and craftiness. You're able to maneuver through society because you understand the scriptures and know how everything plays out.
Yeah, the brother, Kalal, I don't want to mess the brother name up, man. Kayal. That's what he said. Yeah. He said the scriptures not only add spiritual knowledge, but also carnal knowledge, because it gives the game of how to maneuver through this life.
That's right.
You're able to be crafty. You're able to, by understanding this truth and building yourself up as a well-traveled man spiritually, you can see a situation before it's coming and know how to maneuver right around it and keep going forward.
Hey, this the word full age, y'all. Now, before we get into that Colossians, Bob, good shot. Or you want to get into it? This the word full age, right quick. Heavy though, Salaki. And on that Hebrews 5:14.
Strong's G 5046. Teleos.
It says, brought to its end, finished, a finished product, wanting nothing necessary to completeness. Perfect. So lacking nothing. So there's always a discrepancy about, oh, this 100% true. Well, it says once you become a full age, you perfect. Consummate human integrity and virtue of men, full-grown adult, full age, mature, man. You see? So you got the what? The 100% truth, man. You see?
That's what this word does. Real quick, that's what this word does. Over the process of time, you also build a temperament where things doesn't trigger you as it once did when you first came in the word. You have a scoffer out talking crazy. You don't just cuss him out. Now you learn to, hey, I keep on reading now. You keep on teaching. And you learn over the process of time because you become of a full age, you become perfect. Right? It just is what it is, man. And that's how you have to ground and apply yourself in this thing, man. Have the mindset of wanting to grow. Being that little, you know how you ever in elementary school, they gave you the little seed, you plant the seed, it becomes a little bitty plant. You study water instead of water, and what happens? It becomes a little whole plant, man, growing out of the cup. That's how you want to. You have to want to grow, man. You have to want to grow. Hey, like your boy CT President said, I demand you to grow, man.
Yeah.
I demand you to fucking grow, man. Go ahead, Doc.
It says the strong definition in various applications of labor, growth, mental, and moral character, etc. This is just what you were saying.
And you don't like that only happens in the truth. You learn to have mental and moral character in the truth because the people in the world don't have morals, conduct. You don't have it, man. It just doggy dog. Do as thou wilt. Do what you want to do, man. Think how you want to think. But we come in this word, man. You begin to have a full sense of what's going on. And you have more understanding that I'm representing not only myself but the Lord too. This is the Lord's business. All right. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, it says the end to which all things relate, the aim, the purpose. And that's the purpose of the truth. Yeah. To become a full age as a teacher. Yeah.
What the scripture said in Ecclesiastes, this is the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, because what? This is the whole duty of man.
That's the purpose. Yep.
This is the purpose. The purpose for us being here in Babylon is to endure this punishment and to grow and becoming more men in the Lord, more connected with the Heavenly Father, man. In order to get the hell out of here, man. I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go. I ain't ready to sit here another 40, 60, 70, 80 years, man. You know, but go ahead, Ryan, so we
It
get
say
back.
that.
Go
It
ahead.
say the termination, the limit at which a thing ceases to be, always of the end of some act or state, but not the end of a period of time.
Oh, man. That's heavy. That's gun
We
smoke.
won't get to the eternal part, reaching eternity. Because when we learn the wisdom and knowledge, the end goal is the what? Immortality in the eternity. You got it out.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, boy. The scriptures is never ending, man. It's never
You got
ending.
it right.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is you want that Colossians now?
Yeah, bring that class up.
Okay. This is Colossians chapter 1, verse 8. Who also declared unto us your love in the Spirit. For this cause we also, since the day we heard it, do not cease to pray for you, and to desire that ye might be filled with the knowledge of his will in all wisdom and spiritual understanding.
That we may be fulfilled with all knowledge of his will in all wisdom and spiritual what?
Understanding.
And spiritual understanding. Go ahead.
Verse 10, that ye might walk worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing, being fruitful in every good work and increasing in the knowledge of the Most High.
Look at that word increasing. Increasing. You know, and like the scripture also says this is rivers of living waters. When you look at rivers, a river is always flowing. It's always you go to a creek or a river and you watch the water is always flowing. It's never sitting stagnant, man. Even sometimes if it may seem stagnant on top, but you look at it, the water underneath, the image of the water underneath is flowing, man. Instead of pushing, you see little rocks pushing, man. And that's how you have to be. You have to be always wanting to grow. All right. It's a growth process with all of us, man. We all coming out of the world dealing with that old man. All right. Give me I wrote it down. Give me 1 Peter 2.
Hey, Proverbs 24:5 said, a wise man is strong, yea, a man of knowledge increases strength.
Right.
The more you get knowledge, the stronger you get.
Yeah, it's not actually talking about weight strength, but actually you're strengthening your faith. You're strengthening your mind, your mindset, man.
Yeah.
You get to the point where ain't nothing can break you, man. Even different trials and errors of dealing in the word, being put in that spiritual fire, that don't even break you because you're strengthened. All right.
Yeah.
The process that you got to a point, makes you hard, man. Makes you an actual soldier because that soldier, the hardest of that soldier part is actually being turned hard, man.
The affliction part.
The affliction part, it makes you hard, man.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, give me that.
He did that to Ezra. Remember he dropped the cup of fire and it strengthened it in his breast and it strengthened his memory,
Right.
which was the word and everything that comes with it. Yep. It strengthened his memory, man.
And that's what it does, man. You get to the point where it gets to the point where this is second nature to you. This word is second nature. All right. Everything about this word it hits home, man. All right, give me that 1 Peter 2:2.
God. This is 1 Peter 2, verse 2. As newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby.
That you may grow thereby. Desire the sincere milk. Start with the basics first, man. All right, the Deuteronomy 28:68. Learning the instruction scriptures. Learning the virgin birth. All right. These are the things that you may grow thereby. Then everything else is going to fall into place. And you don't have to be a track star either, man. You know, you see us, a lot of times you see us going off of different articles and different history pieces off the top of our dome on scriptures. They don't come overnight, man. I remember a time where I couldn't even, I'm being funny, but it was a time where I couldn't find the book of Jeremiah, the book of James at one particular time. We all started off in that first stage. And then over time, you learn to you will and this and that, but they don't come by sitting there stagnant, man. You got to learn to watch these videos, break your shit down, and go read them. You know, read them, actually sitting there and applying yourself, man. You shouldn't just blow through a 20-minute video. A 20-minute video should take you an hour to go through, man. Watching the apostles talk about certain things, certain topics, applying those topics with these scriptures, that shouldn't be a 5-minute thing, man. Because I remember being on the floor of my house, man, when I first started off, and it took me an hour or two just to go through one. This might be a 10-part street lesson, but that every time they going through who the Lord, the Lord's elect and stuff, it took me time. And over the process of time, then you start to have this, And I know sometimes it may seem you might forget stuff, but it's all about all that knowledge you retain, man. You can't. I mean, some days we deal with history. Some days we deal with prophecies and scriptures and different things like that. It's a lot to retain. You have those days. But give me
I got Ephesians 2 for you. That's heavy. We end it off with that. I got the 1 Corinthians 2.
Give me the 1 Corinthians, and Ryan, you preach up that 1 Corinthians with that Psalms 51.
This 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 6. It says, I have planted, Apollos watered it, but Yahweh gave the increase.
Right. One time, you read Ephesians 2, right? Ephesians 2:19 down to 22.
No, I read. I read the Corinthians 2. This Ephesians 2. I'm gonna start at 19. It says, now therefore ye are no more 18, Salaki. For through him we both have access by one spirit unto the Father. Now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of God.
Right. That's applied. That applies to all of us. We are no more what it says, and we are no more.
We are no more strangers and foreigners.
Yeah, we're no more strangers and foreigners to Yahweh Shem Shai. Now we in the house. All right, we in with the Lord now, man, because of the knowledge and understanding that we have of him, man. We know him now. All right, go ahead, read that again.
It says, now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of Yahweh, and are built up until upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, the Mashiach Yahweh himself being the chief cornerstone.
Right, being the chief, and he is the chief cornerstone, man. All right, everything is for him, and always will be, and we are built up on that foundation, man. He's the purpose, and he the one that started it all, man. And we build. That's why we boast of him, Yahweh so much. These other camps, they don't want to boast. They don't even talk about Yahweh. We boast of Yahweh Shai, man, and Yahweh. All right, go ahead, Ak.
It says, in whom all the building fitly framed together groweth unto an holy temple in Yahweh, in the Lord.
And that's your bodies are a temple unto the Lord. So we are that temple that's growing, and we building together. That's why
through Yahweh Shai.
Right. Was that Esther when the heathens tried to build this, man?
Was the Zerubbabel you talking about?
Yeah, they wanted to build with us, man.
You have nothing to do with this.
Yeah, you have nothing to do with it. Even on the church level, them heathen come out, they beg and they cry, they get on their knees. Come on, y'all. I'm in there somewhere. No, you're not. You can't build us, man. This is a special group. This is only, man. This ain't for everybody. That's why we say even on your journey, we come on the journey in this thing. We don't know how our journey may end, but in our journey to the kingdom, man, you can't bring everybody with you, man. Your family members, friends, they're gonna fall by the wayside. Certain persons who came in would possibly fall by the wayside. You have to keep on going, man. That's the purpose. You have to keep going. All right, go ahead, Doc.
That's why Yahweh shall say he gonna gather the nations, then separate them when he come.
That's right.
Because it'll have nothing to do with everybody. The covenants and promises and certain things don't got everybody in it, man. It's only given to specifics, man.
That's right.
You got it out.
You got that little.
Oh, I got a little more. Salaki. And whom
read it. Get it out the way.
And whom all the building fitly framed together grow it unto an holy temple in the Lord, and whom ye also are builded together for an habitation of Yahweh through the Spirit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I said Apollos water it, but the Most High is increasing us, man, through the Spirit. Yahweh Shai the one increasing us, man. The word, we also have that will and that fight to also continue and actually do it ourselves too, man. Because you ain't gonna learn these scriptures. These scriptures ain't gonna learn themselves, man. You have to apply yourself. You have to get with that woman called wisdom. You have to apply yourself and get down and dirty with it, man. In a sense. Give me that one out real fast about the building part.
This is first Esdras chapter 5. Let me see. I'll start at 66.
What that was? I don't think that's it though.
The one where the heathens tried to come up and build with him.
Read it real fast. I could probably have to find it.
Wherefore, when the enemies of the tribe of Judah and Benjamin heard it, they came to know what that noise of the trumpet should mean, and they perceived that they were of the captivity, did build the temple unto the Lord Yahweh of Israel. So they went to Zerubbabel and Hawashai, and to the chief of the families, and said unto them, We will build together with you, the Lord, and do sacrifice unto him from the days of Bazareth, the king of the Assyrians, who brought us hither. Verse 70. Then Zerubbabel and Hawashai, and the chief of the families of Israel, said unto them, It is not for us and you to build together an house unto Yahweh our power. We ourselves alone will build unto Yahweh of Israel, according as Cyrus the king of the Persians hath commanded us.
Yeah, I was looking for it in Ezra in the Bible. I was looking for that one, but it's
Ezra.
Yeah, Ezra. But it's cool. Like they don't have nothing to do with us, man. Okay. Yeah, they don't have nothing to do with us, man. This is only this thing of ours, all right. This building, all right, because in a sense, when a house is just a foundation, it's a foundation. What happens thereon? You start to build it on, and the house grows into what? An actual house, a roof, walls, electricity, and that's what we're doing in a sense. We're finishing making the final touches on this building, man.
Yeah.
For Yahweh Shai, man. That's what we're doing right now, and that happens in the process of time with growth. Because what happened when the elder apostles got it? It was just sand. All right, it was not sand. It was just ground. Then over the time, the ground turned into what? Actual foundation. The foundation, which was in 07, turned into what? Actual pillars and things being built on it. Men being set up in certain positions and camps being formed. And now what you look at you brothers are actually the walls, the lighting fixtures, the ceiling, the roof, the gutters. And then now that we're in the final steps of the so-called white man gonna now we're in the final steps of this house. It's almost finished, man. And the owner's gonna come and place himself in that home, man.
About to cut the ribbon at the front door.
Yeah, that's what's going on, man. All right, and that's just a sense of growth, man. It once was just dirt, with process of time. I'm gonna say this: even me coming into the truth and actually seeing the apostles and the elders how they was dealing and how they was like real, they was real hard. You're like, damn, those men. You look at it in a sense like, man, the elders, the apostles, kind of hard. In the process of time, they even grown, man. They even had learned to have even more mercy than what they was having, man. They even learned to have growth.
Good.
Give me
I got the Corinthians. Yeah, I got a quick one for you. This is Rock 22 and 15. I start at 14. What is heavier than lead And what is the name thereof but a fool? That's question marks. Sand and salt and a mass of iron is easier to bear than a man without understanding. This the point. As timber and girt and bound together in a building cannot be loose with shaking. And that timber and girt is like the foundation of the house, the stones, the foundation, the building blocks, like the elders say, the pillars. All right, it can't be loose with shaking once it have came together, man. Yeah. In which this is our house, our habitation that we're building. It ain't gonna be able to be shook no more, man. It says, so the heart that is established by advised counsel shall fear as at no time. Meaning your heart built up upon this truth, man. A heart settled upon a thought of understanding is a fair plastering on the wall of a gallery. Meaning that house about to be fully built, and you're about to finally see the aftermath of that thing, which has been the sight for the people of the world to see, man. That beautiful sight, man. You see, which is that house altogether. Speaking of the foundation of it, man. But I got the First Corinthians. All right.
You mind if I get one real quick?
Let me get that First Corinthians real fast. I'll let you get it.
It's this First Corinthians 3:6. I have planted, Apollos watered, but Yahweh gave the increase.
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
So then, neither is he that planted anything, neither he that watered it, but Yahweh that give the increase. Now he that planted and he that watered it are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor.
Come on.
You got one more.
What that was? Corinthians what?
3:6. I read down it. Let me read 9 though. For we, what you were saying, are laborers together with Yahweh. Ye are God's husbandry. Ye are God's building. Meaning we the ones build with him. Nobody else. You got it.
That's plain, man. Look, get yours, and then give me that one. That Psalms of precept that too after your precept.
Hey, and this goes into perfectly what y'all were talking about. How we're all another brick, another stone in that house getting built up. And when the house is getting built up right now, what the walls haven't been perfectly sandblasted, the gyms haven't been wiped clean, but that's going to happen when New Jerusalem comes down, and that house is going to be perfectly finished, not a blemish or a cut or a scratch or a tear or a broken window from head to toe. But this is Revelation chapter 21. I'm going to start at 12. And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and the name written thereon, the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. On the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south 3 gates, and on the west 3 gates. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. I'm going to jump to 17. And he measured the wall thereof, 144 cubits, according to the measure of a man, that is of an angel. And the building of the wall of it was of jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass. And the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones. The first foundation jasper, the second sapphire, the third a chalcedony, the fourth an emerald, the fifth sardonyx, the sixth sardius, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth topaz, the 10th a chrysoprasus, the 11th an jacinth, the 12th an amethyst, and the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of one pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass. And I saw no temple therein, for the Lord Yahweh Almighty and the Lamb are the temple.
Oh, read that again.
God.
That's the spiritual temple being built.
Yes,
Revelation 21, verse 22. And I saw no temple therein, for the Lord Yahweh Almighty and the Lamb are the temple of it. And who's the body of the Lamb?
That's big gun smoke.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because like one of the brothers we the Lord is actually finishing us up to actually be his magnus opus, man. Yahweh Shai is already that, But he's finishing his elect up to be the magnet over this, meaning it's an achievement. All right, because we're actually, we're actually turning into the image of Yahweh Shai, man. We're actually getting his ways, his thought processes, and things of that nature. We're becoming like him. All right, and when we get bodies, man, all right, we're actually gonna grow. We're actually gonna grow some more, man. That's the stage right there, man. Getting those bodies, man. And we're gonna really become some bad boys. Go ahead.
Hey, aren't we not the virgin brides of Yahweh Shai? And speaking on a carnal level, which has a spiritual aspect to it. When a man deals more and more with his woman, what does she do? She starts to take on his traits and even starts to look like him a little bit. And it's no different with us until our husband Yahweh Shai. We're taking on his traits and starting to look like him spiritually, walk like him, talk like him, you name it. And then we're going to be perfected when he comes to save his bride.
That's right, brother. That's so right. Let's see.
You still want that Psalms 51?
Yeah. Preach up that Psalm 51 with that the one Kayar brought out.
Kind of. This is Psalms 51. I'm going to start at 10. Create in me a clean heart, O power, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me.
Yeah, man. Because and when you grow, man, you hope to retain and keep that. You don't want the Heavenly Father to take all that he has given you, man. Like we was talking before the video, man. You don't want the Lord to send them angels out and they give you that Men in Black, man. The Men in Black give you that thing and boom, you erase everything gone, man. You just got to be connected with the Lord no more. So, when in the process of growing, we hope that, he taking out the Holy Spirit from us too, man. That we keep growing. That we don't become stagnant. You're just a body. You're just an anchor. You're not moving. There's nothing great about you, man. Give me the last one is Ephesians 2 and 19, 22.
We read it. I read it.
Okay.
19 to 22. That when it was saying the framely fit in the house, the habitation of the Lord.
Yeah.
We got everything.
Yeah, we hit them all.
We hit them all.
Hey, give me real quick, Raya, give me. This is what we're looking for, man, in the process of growth and growing, man. Give me 2nd Ezra 7 and 41 down to 45, Raya.
This is 2nd Ezra 7 and 41. Even so now, seeing corruption is grown up and wickedness increased, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly, wherefore shall it not be so now also? He answered me and said, this present life is not the end, where much glory doth abide, therefore have they prayed for the weak. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. Verse 44, intemperance is at an end, infidelity cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that hath gotten the victory.
And that gotten the victory, being transitioning into those spiritual bodies. We're gonna be really complete, man. We're gonna really be complete and be those actual quote unquote giants back in the earth again, man. We were those men. There wasn't no actual big giants coming down and falling and sleeping with the daughters of men. That was actual us, man. That was us, man. But we're gonna be those. Yeah, we're gonna be those men of renown again in the earth, man. All right, and the dominion and power that we're gonna possess. All right, and you best believe we're gonna go from glory to glory, man. We're gonna be glorious in the kingdom. Everything about the Israelites, our men, our women, and our children is gonna just be godly, man. spiritual, blessed, man. Everything that we're gonna do is just gonna be blessed.
Hey, just like Esau's gonna get double curses, we're gonna get double blessings.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be beyond our understanding, man. You know.
Hey, when you go into John in the online etymology, it says a person of exceptional importance and reputation.
Yeah, and we had a reputation back then, man.
We
Because
did.
they were dealing with us. That's why we was those giants. We had that reputation. All right. It's like when you watch those mob movies, man. You had the Gambinos, the Colombo family and shit. They were giants. It was giants in New York, man. You couldn't touch them. The police couldn't do that with them. And there was men of renown, man. You know, they still making goddamn movie pieces about them to the day. You know, so that's how, in a sense, we're gonna be those men again, man. Right? Because we done the grunt work right now. Being those laborers, growing the Lord's building up, man. And then once we grow this spiritual building, guess what? Guess who's gonna grow actual physical buildings for us? The heathen. We ain't gonna get our hands dirty. They want to build a kingdom. We're building the kingdom now spiritually, man. And we're helping our brother. You need help? You helping your brother, man. You helping him to grow, helping him to put that mortar and those bricks day by day. Thing, every day is another day. We building this temple. So once we finish building this temple, we want to reap the benefits of it. But when it comes on a physical earthly form, these heathens gonna actually build up the kingdom of heaven, man. That bird read about the streets of being gold, the buildings. We never got here, dirty, man. We done our work. Go ahead, you about to say something?
Yeah, that's renowned. Now check it out. I just read Giant. I just read Giant in the online etymology, and I went to renown, right? And it says men of exceptional exceptional purposes and reputation. This renown, fame, reputation. So being a giant and renown is the same thing. It says to name, make known, acknowledge. It says a slang, a boaster, a swagger. It says the state of quality of being widely honored and acclaimed, man.
Who got the swagger? Who got the salt, man, in the drip?
Yep.
Jake, man.
Jake
got the salt in the drip, man. That swagger, man. Esau can't even say swagger right half the goddamn time people listening to him, man. We the one, that's us, man. We're gonna have all that back, Start with Yahweh Shai. He's the actual one with the swagger. He's what your boy say, I'm the number one stunner. Yahweh Shai the number one stunner, man.
That's right. And he gonna nominate us with the stunner drip. We're gonna be nominated by him, man. Enamoringly, I mean, what if when you get picked over somebody like by a wide margin, an animal winner? I mean, when you the winner by a landslide, meaning ain't nobody come close to you when you getting picked, man. What the fuck?
Unanimous?
Unanimously, man. That's what I'm trying to say. Salah, guy. We gonna be nominated by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai unanimously, meaning it wasn't nobody to be picked outside of that 144,000, which they're gonna have people that make it, but the nominees gonna be the 144,000, man. You gotta do it.
Yeah, this is Sirach 44 and no, that ain't it. No. I'm looking for another one that comes to my mind. But that's about it. Yeah, well, it also says, did it not say that we don't get faint?
You want that one?
I'm about to get it. I should be close to it.
It's in Zephaniah. I got it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there it goes. Zephaniah 3:19. Yeah, you go ahead. You can break it out.
Con. This is Zephaniah 3, verse 19. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, And I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame.
That's happening now, man. That's happening now through the way of the internet, through the way of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, making us into his holy man, his precious elect. That's happening now. And much more is gonna happen in the kingdom of heaven too, man. That's why I said we're doing the grunt work right now, man. We're actually being grown to being his men. All right. I think that was it. That was it on everything, right?
You mind if I read verse 20?
Yeah, go ahead.
Zephaniah 3:20. At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith Yahweh.
That's finna happen, man. That's the final stage. That's finna happen. He's gonna make Israel a praise in the earth again, man. That's a beautiful thing, to hear the Lord even say that, That's a beautiful thing, man. And we're actually, like I said, I was actually downtown. I seen somebody spray painted on the wall. Judah, all praise to Judah, something like that. It was something crazy, man. Now you see it everywhere, man. You've seen it everywhere, and even the heathen recognize us as being those people. Because I watched this past weekend, I watched the trolley pass. I seen two white people. Like she was like, "Oh, that's them guys," as probably passing us up going on the street, man. So we we here, man. We in at the last phase, man. The last growing process is being transitioned into, like I said, truly the men of the Lord, especially when we get them powers, man. Now that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it, man. So with that, we hope that was also edifying and to the point. All right, till next time, we'll give all praise, glory, infinite honors to Yahweh, by Shem, apostles, peace and blessing, salutation to the hopeful elect, and shalom to the coming boy. Until next time, shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.